Hi, welcome to Free Spirit, and welcome to a spirit reading where it's for more wisdom, Buddha wisdom, peace, and love. So literally this was all about wisdom, peace, and love at this time. And so there's been a lot of messages about how we can bring this in. And so to hold your light and to hold this, it's a higher wisdom, peace, and love. So there's some quick messages that want to come through, kind of like a spirit pick-me-up, but we're using these Buddha wisdom, peace, and love decks to bring forth this message. So here we go. It's going to be real to the point because higher wisdom, peace, and love. Higher wisdom, peace, and love through these challenging times. Higher wisdom, peace, and love. So we're going to get right into the messages. First, the higher wisdom. The higher wisdom to hold during this time of changes, turbulence, everything that's going on. Higher wisdom to hold on to. What are the messages for the higher wisdom to hold on to? I'm going to get very specific. This is going to be clear and to the point because I really didn't have any intention of doing this reading, but there's something coming through here. So, oh wow, Dispeller of Darkness. Do you see this? This is why it's so important. They kept on saying power to the sensitive and to own your personal power. So this reminds me of the Strength card for some reason. And also we were getting a lot about spiritual warrior. And here is Dispeller of Darkness. Become, you can't make this up, become a warrior to dispel the darkness. So they kept on referring, spiritual warrior has come up. I've said it in readings and messages, and people have been saying it in the comments back to me, and we're like, oh my gosh, spiritual warrior. Yes, become a warrior to dispel the darkness, but it's a 24/7 job. I always get light working as a 24/7 job to claim more of your personal power in every moment. See how she's even straddling, she's balanced, even when she's getting pulled in multiple directions, focused, fearless almost. Look how she's focused, and it's just the strength that's been coming through. But there's a lot that's coming through about our divine power, our personal power. And what is your personal power in the moment, in the present moment, and to own it, and to be a dispeller of darkness, whether it's inside or out. Become a warrior to dispel the darkness. And they said, you know, rise up and embody everything that the world is not right now. If it's chaos, if it's crazy, bring in more peace. If you need to face things head on, stand in your personal power, do so. So we're part of dispelling the darkness. That's the higher wisdom that they want us to hold. Dispeller of darkness. There's a lot here about personal power. Where does your power lie in the present moment is going to be huge. And also, what's your power to actually bring in more peace, to carry in more peace in situations where there may be chaos or and everything else. They kept on saying, you know, what can you do in the moment? You know, it's very easy to get overwhelmed. It's like stay divinely connected, stay balanced, stay aligned, be a true dispeller of darkness, become a warrior to dispel the darkness. So rise up in that power, moment to moment, whether you're facing it inside or out. That's what we're being used for, divine energy is being used for. Should I get some more? They're saying also it helps to carry in more peace, to embody more peace, bring peace to situations, bring light to situations. Let's get some more wisdom, higher wisdom. So right now, become a warrior to dispel the darkness. And sometimes it's going to take more of a personal power to rise up and do that because of the energies around. You know, I feel it in my solar plexus. It's taking more power to rise up in that way and be that. And we're having, yes, Father, oh my gosh, Father of the 5 Buddha families, you are fine just the way you are. Yeah, so this is self-acceptance and peace within yourself, that no matter where you're planted or placed, it's enough. You're enough. You are a warrior right where you are. This is going to give you, they've been talking about self-love, self-acceptance. Look at all the pink all around here. And also the peace with deep inside yourself, that you know you're firmly planted in a peace wherever you're planted, that you are fine just the way you are. Become a warrior to dispel the darkness. Like right where you're planted is on purpose. You're fully aligned. Be in that inner knowing and peace that wherever you are, you become a warrior to dispel the darkness, right where you are. So it is enough. There's been a lot coming through about self-worth and value. Your energy is so valuable. You're so important. Sometimes it's our self-worth, or we feel we're so little in this big world, right? our voice is so little, our presence is so little, our difference could be so little, or does it matter? You know, all these things that we say to ourselves in our minds and hearts. You are enough and you are fine just the way you are. It's all your natural self, everything you naturally bring to situations, your natural higher energy, love, truth that you're bringing to situations, and your divine power here. Become a warrior to dispel the darkness. We have to nurture ourselves, has been a recurring message. So be deeply seated in nurturing yourself to rise up, to be that warrior, to dispel the darkness. Right where you're planted is what I'm getting. Wow, wow, wow. I knew these were going to be clear and to the point. But now let's bring in the peace. So bring in the peace is what they're, so we have wisdom, peace, and love. So what are the peace messages here? Become the warrior to dispel the darkness. And you are fine just the way you are. So here's the peace. They're actually giving us greater peace inside. Oh my gosh. And to bring it to situations, bring it, embody more peace for yourself in situations, bring that peace to situations. That's how we're being used right now to dispel the darkness and bring in more peace. Yes, and listen, you're not doing this alone. Look at the third eye, and also listen. This is your intuition, your divine knowing, your divine connection. You're not doing it alone. They always say we have support, love, backing. You're really, I always say all our clairs are more activated and open at this time. Listen, see all the light like all around. It's like, listen. You're being guided to follow through on things. You're being, you know, when you're getting divine signs, symbols, messages. Listen also to yourself, your inner knowing. What do you need to feel fine just the way you are, to become a warrior, to dispel the darkness? You can gain more power and listen to your guidance is what they're telling us right now, to listen. Listen for more peace. And it's the gateway. Wow. So whenever you need clarity, whenever you need is going to be going within and listening, and it is a gateway. Doors are opening, going up a notch. All your clairs are showing you the way of how you can stay in peace. You are fine the way you are, and you're a warrior to dispel darkness. And so we're listening to our intuition, and it's showing us the way, and it's the road to enlightenment. When you go inside, it's like your divine headlights. I always say it's your divine headlights, your divine compass. It's showing you the doors where there are none for further illumination, for further ascension, for further divine power along the way. So this is what they're telling us, and through listening to your intuition and your guidance, it's providing inner gateways. It's providing inner doors of rising up for further wisdom, peace, love. It's giving you the signs, symbols, messages to follow in a very practical way. You know, this isn't just, you know, meditating and whatever. It could be in your everyday. You're really listening with all your clairs. You're very in touch with your divine connection, and it's a doorway that opens. I always say keep one eye open, one part of your mind open, your heart open for signs, symbols, messages, for that illumination, for that inner door to open to further you along your path. There's a definite gateway. Listen, because we're all being urged to go farther, higher, use more of our higher self. And look at all the light here, because they're asking us to become a warrior to dispel the darkness. So you have to listen, and those gateways, those inner doors that provide more illumination, more wisdom, more light, more of that, then you're the outpouring in some way. You're using that very practically here. A tree is grounded. There's something about that, because you are fine just the way you are, where you're planted, and look at the growth and look at the growth. So they come through like inner gateways. Listen for that, because you'll get signs, symbols, messages, nudges. My voice is giving out. But just like I was saying, I didn't have this intention to do this reading. It's just an example of what happens in your day-to-day. You don't necessarily think it. You don't necessarily come up with it. You're listening, and then it provides a door, gateway, and you're getting further illumination along your path. It's part of the Blumation for yourself and everyone. So you're kind of straddling two worlds at this time, very firmly, practically rooted, but then also listening for that higher wisdom, guidance, love to bring in. That's the gateway, the bridge, is a better way to, the gateway bridge to bring in more of that divine higher love, wisdom, exactly what I'm doing here, wisdom, peace, love. You're listening on how to bring that in. It's the doorway, and you're bringing it in, you're planting it, you're rooting it here. So they're saying it's very important. You're fine just the way you are, to be firmly planted, that you are rooting it, and this is the growth here. So there's a lot about self-worth, value. Remind yourself of that often. Be firmly planted and rooted in that peace and knowledge and wisdom, and you become a warrior to dispel the darkness. That's going to take a lot of power and strength to rise again and again and again as things happen on the outside world. To be that warrior to dispel the darkness, and listen, because they show you the way, they show you the path, they show you the doors, they show you the gateway. Listen to your intuition, your guidance. So let's end it, as my voice is caving and the construction's getting louder outside, for the heart and soul, for love. So this was wisdom, peace, and higher love. So let's get the love messages as we go through these gateways, that we're listening for the doors. We're fine just the way we are. It's all to dispel more darkness, and we're being used for that. So, like I said, your power, your divine power is so important. Your alignment's so important. You got 3 cards. Wow, wow, wow. So I'll do it in the order that it was. Oh, we got 4. Okay. We got this one. Look at this. It's very similar to this. Stay illuminated. They also say believe in yourself and your abilities. You're a star right where you are. You know, here you're fine just the way you are. Believe in your divine power just like a star. We kept on getting that. Believe in yourself and your abilities. You're part of the hope and the healing here. You are currently too close to see things clearly. Detach a little, and you will start to see things from a higher perspective. By emotionally detaching from the situation, a simple solution also becomes clear. So if you're facing things, they always say keep your higher perspective going up. That's the gateway. Listen, get a higher perspective is going to be really important. Keep your higher divine perspective. Sometimes we get lost in the day-to-day and what is happening. Detach a little bit. You'll start to see things from a higher perspective and hold that. And by emotionally detaching from the situation, simple solutions will become clear, is what they're saying. So listen, don't get stuck in a moment. Don't lose your power stuck in a moment. Keep your higher perspective. That will help us stay in power, divine power. I don't know why my voice is giving out. I apologize. Again, with a challenge, this is why I'm doing it. Every challenge provides an opportunity to discover a deeper meaning to life. Each challenge can be you can't make this up. Each challenge can be a gateway. You can't make this up. Each challenge can be a gateway to something greater. So use your intuitive and creative powers. Many solutions exist. Move beyond the fear. This is what's going to take divine power to dispel the darkness. Be a warrior. They're literally saying, use your intuitive and creative powers. Listen, utilize everything, all our clairs, everything, your divine power. Use your intuitive, creative powers. This is the gateway. Each challenge is a gateway to something greater. Use your intuitive and creative powers. This is listening. Many solutions exist. Move beyond the fear. You'll soon discover there are no limits apart from the limits that we ourselves have placed. So believe in yourself, just everything you embody, and rise up. You're the warrior goddess here to rise up. Many solutions exist. So we're moving beyond fear, inside and out, and every time we do that, we dispel more and more darkness. Do you know what I mean? Is my voice going out? This is so important. I must feel like it's like it wants to get out, but it's like my voice, my goodness. This is summing up every single card here. It's so important that to know that every challenge you're facing on the big stage, small stage, it's providing opportunities to discover deeper meanings. Each challenge is a gateway to something greater. Don't lose sight. This is the higher perspective. We're going through gateways. Use your intuitive, creative powers to keep your higher perspective of this. This will help you stay in your divine power and keep rising, becoming a warrior to dispel darkness each and every time. And to nurture yourself and believe you're fine just the way you are. You are fine just the way you are. It's nurturing that so you can rise up beyond fear. I might have to stop this video. My goodness. I think there's a lot that in our day-to-day affects this. This is not easy. How I'm making me feel like I feel like my whole throat chakra is closing up. There are things here that are really getting in the way. Like just like I'm doing this video and there's construction outside. I'm trying to talk. My voice is giving out. There is so much that we have to, there's so much obstacles. What I'm saying is it's not an easy path. It's not just these words. Every challenge is so difficult. Every day-to-day moment can be so difficult. It's to really hold on to that higher perspective no matter what, to really listen and be in tune no matter what, to rise up again no matter what, to continue to nurture yourself no matter what. It provides a doorway. Each challenge, there's a gateway here that you don't know of. Sometimes we get stuck in a moment and a challenge, and it's like we feel trapped, right? Interestingly enough, the opposite of a gateway, you just feel trapped. You feel darkness. You feel, right? But look at the light. There's a doorway to the light each and every time. You just listen. You keep your higher perspective. You believe and nurture yourself. You're on your own side. You rise up as the warrior to dispel the darkness. It takes something extra in your solar plexus to rise up that way, right? So instead of turning off the video right now, when I was choking and the noise outside, I was like, no, I'm finishing this video. There is something extra that's being called upon us to do, to really understand that every challenge is, we're going deeper, we're going higher, and it demands more of us. Every challenge is a gateway to something greater. We have to tap in and use everything, our intuitive creative powers. That's why we're blessed with all the clairs being very open. We're navigating not just with our eyes and ears, it's taking everything we're made of. Like what I always say, it's almost like using more of your higher self to power through. Many solutions exist. Move beyond the fear. It takes a lot to do that. You'll discover there are no limits apart from the limits that we ourselves have placed. Or it could be coming from other people. We still have to rise up. This is taking a lot to rise up. Keep your perspective and keep connected to this gateway. There's always an opening. You always can listen for that opening. You can always rise up for that opening. Look at this. Okay, so we're getting, do not discount your imagination, for it has great power. Amazing things will unfold for you if you pay attention to your imagination. There's a lot that we have to listen to here. If you pay attention to your imagination, respect and honor it, for just below the surface of the seemingly real world, there exists a dreamlike world full of imagination. And what you imagine is not fiction. Very often it can be the beginning of a whole new wonderful creation, and that's the gateway to new blumation. So that's what I'm saying, like part of this nurturing yourself, being fine just the way you are, not doubting your intuition, your divine ideas, your imagination. Listen to that. That's the gateway to all the creativity, to it all, and for you to be firmly planted so you can be the outpouring, follow through. Right? Follow through on what you get. Believe in yourself and believe what you're getting and follow through. Do not discount your imagination. It has great power. It's part of the gateway to better, to carry it out. And look at that. Whoa, with the wings and rising up and in her strength and full wings here. Wow, this card reflects protection. We've been getting that forever. This card reflects protection, freedom, success. It won't be quick or easy. This is why everything was happening. My throat chakra was closing up. I could hardly get through this reading. The outside noise got louder. This process 24/7 is not easy. They're not saying it's not easy. This card reflects protection, which we get out in every reading I do to feel more protected. Freedom, success. It won't be quick or easy, but you will succeed, and you are protected along the way. So free yourself of past doubt, fear, guilt. This is part of this profound self-love and self-worth and value, and I'm shaking when I say that because everything in the world knocks you out of this. Everything does. To hold that, it takes everything. And then you got to rise up in your power to just be a dispeller of darkness, become a warrior to dispel the darkness. So this is taking a lot of strength. They know that. There's a lot of protection, freedom, success. It's not going to be quick or easy. You will succeed. You get doorways all the time to gateways. You're protected along the way. Free yourself of past doubt, fear, and guilt. Let go of fixed expectations. Be flexible, adaptable, open to new avenues and ideas. A higher power is trying to guide you. You cannot even make this up. Listen, we're being guided all along the way through these doors. You're never trapped. You're never any of that. We're moving beyond doubt, fear. Let go of fixed expectations. Be flexible, adaptable, open to new avenues and ideas. A higher power is trying to guide you. Listen to the signs, symbols, messages, ideas, creativity that you're getting. Keep your higher perspective. Don't discount your imagination, what you get. Every challenge literally is providing gateways to something greater. Use your intuitive creative power. So don't discount your imagination. We're all getting it to be the outpouring here. Believe in yourself. You're fine just the way you are, and rise up, because each one of us, we're dispelling darkness, fear, doubt. Every time we choose, we rise up with something else. Don't get knocked out of this, and we don't discount what we're getting and keep moving through. It's providing gateways to greater light and moving. It's not easy. There's protection here, guidance here, and this was all about higher wisdom. It's ending how it began, as my voice is completely giving out now, for higher wisdom, peace, and love. It takes everything. So listen, and you're being provided and led all along the way. It reflects protection, freedom, success. No, it won't be quick or easy, but you will succeed. You're protected along the way. Free yourself of doubt, fear, guilt. Let go of fixed expectations. Be flexible, adaptable, open to new ideas and avenues. A higher power is guiding you. A higher power is guiding you always. And you're always connected to this. You're never alone or trapped. There's a repeating message. You listen. There's always a gateway to bring you higher, to bring you back to this truth. So this was higher wisdom, peace, and love. And I wish you all the best. And take care. Bye-bye.